Well, the entire housing finance sector is buzzing in trade, be it HDFC Limited, LIC Housing Finance, Repco Home Finance, PNB Housing Finance, or Indiabulls Housing Finance. All of them are gaining in trade. Well, this is on back of the fact of RBI announcing and deciding to rationalize risk weights by linking them only with the loan to value ratios. Now, if I look at the earlier arrangement, differential risk weights were applicable based on first the size of the loan and second loan to value ratio. Now, with this announcement, the risk weights would definitely now just be aligned to the loan to value ratio. In fact, this is applicable on all new housing loans sanctioned up to March 31st, 2022. Now, the individual housing loans shall attract a risk weight of 35% where loan to value ratio is less than or equal to 80%, while the risk weight of 50% where loan to value ratio is more than 80% but less than or equal to 90%. Now, this entire move is expected to provide a necessary flip to the bank lending to the real estate sector and is very positive for the entire real estate sector. Now, let me briefly touch upon the fact that what exactly is risk weight. Well, this is the capital that the housing finance companies have to set aside for giving a loan. And if I look at the entire housing finance sector, even during this pandemic, the delinquencies on the housing loans have remained low. Even it had moratorium opted by borrowers was less than 10%. So a total of less than 10% of housing loan borrowers had opted for moratorium. Now, with these risk weights, we expect the sector, particularly higher ticket size lending, the risk weights for them to come down and would definitely provide a required push to this segment. Well, Anurag Property came out with a view on the RBI's announcement saying this move to rationalize risk weightage on home loans and linking housing loan risk only to loan to value is pretty much a welcome move. This announcement thus will definitely encourage banks to lend more to individual home buyers without really feeling the stress on their balance sheet, and this particularly is the reason why this is an entirely very crucial and a positive move for the entire sector. Well, we did catch up with Siddharth Mohanty of LIC Housing Finance, where he mentioned that RBI linking risk weights for home loans to loan to value ratio is a very progressive move and will definitely provide the necessary boost to the real estate sector. Talking about LIC Housing Finance, he mentioned that the risk weight in their entire portfolio is at around 55%, and this announcement will definitely result in lesser consumption of capital and will aid growth for the entire industry and the housing finance space. Well, talking briefly about the higher ticket size lending, he mentioned this would provide boost and would boost in demand in the higher segment also. And in the last 2 months as well, they've witnessed some demand uptick in the higher segment as well. Well, talking about the affordable housing space, he mentioned that consistent sale velocity has been seen in this segment, and they expect to see a constant demand in the affordable housing segment going forward also. Well, for LIC Housing Finance, their average loan to value stands at about 50%, and they believe that they will definitely gain from this announcement, just like all the housing finance companies. So this announcement by RBI is definitely a step in the positive direction. We may see a lot of boost for the housing loans and would definitely provide some amount of growth impetus for the entire real estate sector as well.